Hi, I want to talk about wine clubs today. There's several different sorts. We're going to talk about them all. First of all, there's the type that you might kind of form with some friends or neighbors where you get together and drink wine and maybe talk about it and so forth. And that would be just like a local book club. Next sort is something that might be sponsored by one of your local stores. There's the free variety, and then there's the type that you pay for. And finally, there's the online mail order type of wine clubs that do have a fee, either monthly or whenever. So let's start with the easiest one first. You get together with some friends and neighbors and decide, yeah, you're going to get together every so often, weekly, monthly, whenever it is, either at someone's house or someplace else, and then everybody brings wine or whatever. Just kind of talk about it, discuss it, or just get together and drink wine and socialize. Totally okay. There's no expense to that other than what you choose to invest in your wine and refreshments. Okay, so that's just kind of a given freebie, and those are good to have. They're a good learning experience, chance to experience other wines that you wouldn't normally buy. Okay, now let's take a look at the other one. You've got your store wine clubs. Now some of those are free ones. Basically, you sign up for the wine club, and they notify you either by mail or email when they have specials or special tastings. And there may or may not be a fee for those. You know, obviously if they're having a sale, you're going to have to buy the wine, but they may have certain ones discounted, so it kind of keeps you abreast of what your local wine store is doing and what's available. And it keeps you interested and it brings business into them because they say, hey, look what we're selling. So those are fine too. You can't lose with a free membership. Now the other sort, it might be a local store that has a paid membership to their wine club. Typically on something like that, you will get, depending on how much they charge for it, you'll get a bottle or 2 bottles of wine per month, or however they do it. Usually they're monthly wine clubs. In addition to that, you might get free tastings, whereas if you're not a member, you'd have to pay for them. You might get extra discounts off wine purchases and other perks. Usually those are pretty good. And most all wine clubs, that one included, or something that you can, if you decide you don't want to do it anymore, you can just go ahead and quit, and there's no obligation beyond that. So again, if you join one that's a local store, try it out. If you don't like the wine you're getting, you don't feel you're getting valid, just quit. That's all there is to it. So the next one I want to talk about, though, this is a little more tricky and difficult, and people are a little leery of them. That would be like a mail order wine club. It's kind of wine of the month or whatever. Now, I do happen to belong to one of those, and I have enjoyed it thoroughly and completely. I'm not getting paid for this or anything, so I'm not going to mention the name, but it is out there, and the way mine works is I get a case of wine every 3 months. Now, I do not know what I'm going to get other than the fact that I can specify red, white, or mixed. I personally specify red, and so when my case arrives, then I open it up, look at it, you know, exciting, Christmas and all. And usually it's, I'll get 3 bottles of 2 different wine labels, and I'll get 2 bottles of a couple others, and maybe several bottles of one each. They're all different from all over the world, and this particular wine club I'm very fond of. I've never had a bad wine from them. They're just really good, and they're fairly inexpensive. I run about 2 tickets per bottle, which includes freight. So I've been real happy with that one. Now, I've seen others out there that might send you so many bottles per month. And I've also run across ones that, you know, just do it on different schedules. Sometimes it'll be 2 bottles, sometimes it's a half a case, whatever. Now most all of these wine clubs will have a introductory promotional offer, and I recommend, you know, if you've got some money, you want to possibly look at getting into some of that, go and give them a try. The one I joined, that I just mentioned, is when I first joined it, I got a half a case, 6 bottles. They pick them out and they selected, it was kind of one of each, send it to me, let me try it out, and if I like it, I don't have to do anything, and then within a short time I get a full case. If I didn't like it, just get a hold and say, no, I don't care for this, you know, cancel my membership. So it was no obligation other than paying for the initial bottles. So I'd say if you want to be a little adventurous, you got some discretionary money around, go ahead and give it a try. You know, what do you have to lose? You know, cost of a half a case or a full case or something. I mean, I spent more than that on bad wines I didn't like after I got them home. So the nice thing about the wine clubs, when you don't really know what you're getting, is you kind of are forced to try new things. And I love that aspect of it, because it's a lot more fun for me to have somebody kind of pre-select them and say, yeah, these are good wines. You know, our wine club is a good wine club and we only give good wines. In this case, I agree with them. So I kind of trust them. Whatever they get, I know it's going to be a pretty good bottle of wine to start with. So give it a shot yourself, see what you think, and if you find one you like, let me know about it. If you find one you don't like, let me know that too. Now, if that kind of helps you out, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. There's a lot of good information here, and my videos just keep getting better. I finally figured out how the camera works and some other good things to do, so come join me. Cheers. Taste or a nose to it. Well, speaking of that, what's a nose? Okay, nose, obviously the thing on your face, but it's also what you use to get the aromas of the wine. So that's, yeah, that's one that kind of bothered me at first. It's like, oh, well, how's the nose on that wine? It's like, well, that bottle of wine doesn't have a nose, but it's got a nice fragrance. Now, nose is the term that's used. Get used to it.